Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1969 Seattle Pilots What If scenario. Today's matchup features the Seattle Pilots versus the Chicago White Sox at Comiskey Park. On the mound for the Pilots today is Marty Pattin, whose record is 5-6 with a 4.29 ERA. And pitching for the White Sox today is Paul Edmondson, whose record is 4-5 with a 3.79 ERA. So we took 2 out of 3 versus the Angels at home, and yesterday's game was a lot of fun. We actually came back and won a ball game, which is such a coincidence considering that we were talking about that before the game even started, and then it happened. So a pretty good ball game. We did have to yank Mudcat Grant out of the rotation after yesterday's game. And so what we've done here is Mudcat will go to the bullpen, and John Gelnar will get Mudcat's spot. We can't send down Mudcat or Steve Barber because they are both on major league contracts. So we have to keep them in the major league level or trade them, maybe. Mudcat is a free agent at the end of the year, and his rating is so low. I haven't tried to trade him, but I think we're just going to be stuck with him. I will attempt it at some point before the trade deadline. As I mentioned yesterday, Steve Barber is as good as gone. So the rest of our bullpen is pretty solid, but Mudcat Grant will not be available today because he just started yesterday. So he's going to be getting some rest for like 3 days, I guess. So that does pose a problem for today's game. But hopefully Marty Pattin, who's coming off a good start, can go 6 innings today, and then we'll work it out. Okay, so let's go ahead and get today's game started. It's game 1 against the Chicago White Sox. As always, I appreciate everyone following along, like and or subscribe to the channel. I did do a new baseball card video yesterday where I opened up a 1986 Topps rack pack. We found 7 Hall of Famers inside, and plus a couple of my personal favorite players from that era. So please take a look. I'll have it at the end of this video. It's a lot of fun to open up some of those vintage packs. So, okay, as I mentioned, Marty Pattin on the mound, and Mudcat not available today. And then our lineup versus a right-hander, it's Paul Edmondson. We have our lineup in there versus righty, so it's all the same guys. Okay, let's do the official lineup rundown for today's ball game. Batting leadoff, playing center field is Tommie Agee. Batting second in left field is Mike Hegan. Batting third at third base is Rich Rollins. Batting cleanup in right field is Tommy Harper. Batting fifth and catching is Jerry McNertney. Batting sixth at first base is Deron Johnson. Batting seventh at second base is Van Kelly. Batting eighth at shortstop is Don Kessinger, and the pitcher Marty Pattin in the ninth spot. And we are facing Paul Edmondson, who we have faded to death. He is going to die next year. In real life, he did in 1970. And so if you remember in our last start, I decided to change his death date in the edit player profile to the actual day in which he died in real life. He died in that car accident on his way to spring training. Oh no, he's on his way to drop his girlfriend off at college. That's what it was. So we don't know what's going to happen, and I'm curious to see if the game will actually eliminate Paul Edmondson from being able to be a playable player, or will he just play right through it? We'll see. As you can see here, he's in his rookie season making his 17th start. 4-5 with a 3.79 ERA, way more walks than strikeouts. Opponents are batting .212 against him. It does have a complete game. Fastball tops out at 94 miles an hour. It's rated at 94. He also has a screwball rated at 88. That's amazing to have 2 solid pitches like that. Overall, in 87, the 26-year-old righty goes to arbitration in 1971. And how did he do? Let's look at his log. Seattle, where is it? It was early. Back-to-back starts. Okay, so he went 8 and gave up 5, walking 8, and had a no decision And then he beat us the next time out, going 7, giving up 1 run on 3 hits and walking 6. So he is definitely pretty wild. Maybe we can work him for a few walks and get the early lead here. Let's take a look at the defense for the White Sox. They do have Woody held at shortstop. Oh, wow. Actually, that's not held today. It's Kenworthy making a start at shortstop. What position does he play? He's a third baseman playing out of position. And otherwise, pretty solid everywhere else. So here we go. Tommie Agee leading off against Paul Edmondson. Agee had a triple in yesterday's ball game. He loops it into center field, and it will be caught by the center fielder, Mack Jones. 1 down. Here is Mike Hegan. Hegan batting .239, 6 home runs, and there's a gapper. Can he stretch it to a double? No. Jones gets it back in quickly and holds Hegan to a single. So that will bring up Rich Rollins. It's a hit and run situation. I just can't stop it. I can't stop doing it. I feel like I should just let him bat as he hits a ground ball to short. But he's so good at it, we have to take advantage of that one single trait that he has. So Hegan does advance on the ground ball to short. 2 down for Tommy Harper. Harper batting .258, 5 home runs, and he strikes out to end the inning. So we go to the bottom of the first. Let's take a look at this bizarre lineup today from the Chicago White Sox. Batting leadoff, playing third base, is Pete Ward. Batting second in left field is Carlos May. Batting third in center field is Mack Jones. Batting cleanup, playing first base, is Bob Spence. Batting fifth at second base is George Orta. Batting sixth at shortstop is Dick Kenworthy. Batting seventh in right field is Walt Williams. Batting eighth and catching is Carreon. And batting ninth is the pitcher Edmondson. Okay, let's take a look at Marty Pattin. I mean, having a solid year. He is one of those pitchers that's up and down. Take a look at his log here. He gave up 7 runs to Detroit on June 5th, and then he bounces back and throws 7 2/3 scoreless innings to get the win. You can see here he has walked at least 2 in a ball game in his last 5 starts, and that is only worth mentioning because he doesn't walk very many. He's walked 14 in 77 2/3 innings, but now he seems like he's good for 2 a ball game, and he's not really striking out anybody anymore. His opponent's batting average is .275. He does have that complete game shutout. Fastball tops out at 89 miles an hour. The 4-seamer is his best pitch, rated at 84. And he's got a pretty solid curveball. Overall at 82, the 26-year-old righty goes to arbitration in 1970. There's our defense, solid all the way around. Even Harper's jumped up. He had the error in yesterday's game in the first inning, and then he threw out a runner for his 3rd outfield assist. So I don't know what to think of him, although he does have negative defensive range and negative defensive WAR. Okay, here we go. Pete Ward leading off against Marty Pattin. Base hit into right field. Leadoff man is on. So after giving up no runs in the last game, I wonder if the game was going to punish him for that. There's 5 lefties in a row here to lead off the ball game as Carlos May steps up. He's a .283 hitter versus righties. Pops it up right at the mound. Oh, and it's dropped. Oh, no. We are going to get moguled like we've never been moguled before. Oh, man, this is going to get dark. First and second, nobody out. Mack Jones is up. Jones only batting .185. Ground ball to first. Can we turn 2? Maybe get out of this? A double play with Ward going to third. That's surprising. We'll take it, though, with Bob Spence up. This feels like a wild pitch pass ball scenario. 2-0 count and a base hit. It is 1-0. Spence singles into center field. Unearned run. So it's 1-0. Spence on first. George Orta, 18-year-old rookie, batting fifth in the lineup. Now, he strikes out swinging. The White Sox have made a lot of trades this season. They're around 500. I can't imagine they've given up. They've always been trading from a, place of not power, but giving up some of their best players for future prospects. So I guess maybe they're trying to save some money. I don't know what their point is. As Jerry McNertney leads off the second inning. 266 hitter, 4 home runs, and he's safe on an error by the catcher, Carreon. So our leadoff man is on. That's a good sign. Here's Deron Johnson. Johnson, 242 hitter, 5 home runs. Strikes out on the screwball. Takes the screwball right down the middle looking. 1 down. Van Kelly up next. A ground ball to short. Can they turn 2? With the catcher running, they do. 6-4-3 double play. We're going to the bottom of the second. Down a run with Dick Kenworthy leading off. 1-0 count to Kenworthy. Ground ball to short, and Kessinger makes the play. 1 down for Walt Williams. Full count, and he strikes out swinging on the 4-seamer. 2 Ks for Pattin. Looking good so far. If he hadn't dropped that ball. And another strikeout. Wow. If he hadn't dropped that pop-up, he would be looking pretty solid right now. We go to the top of the third inning with Don Kessinger leading off. I'm so torn with Kessinger. He's such a good defensive shortstop, but can't hit a lick. Ground ball to third, 1 out. Marty Pattin up. He is still looking for his first hit. 0 for 19 on the year. He does have 2 RBI and 2 walks. And he strikes out swinging. 3 Ks for Edmondson. Yet to walk anybody today. 2 down, and Agee popping it up. This game is moving right along. We go to the bottom of the third, and Edmondson is leading off. He's batting .030. And a base hit. Come on. It's so ridiculous. Edmondson on first with the single to right. And here come the lefties. Pete Ward leading off. Popping it up. Third baseman Rich Rawl calling for it, making the play. 1 down now for Carlos May. 3 for 9 in his career. As he strikes out for the 4th K for Pattin. He was 3 for 9 against Pattin this year. Okay, 2 down. Edmondson still hanging out at first with Mack Jones up. And another strikeout. 5K for Pattin. That's got to be a season high. We go to the top of the 4th inning. Let's get something going here. We've got Hegan leading off. He's walked 3 times against Edmondson. 0-2 count. Flies out to center. 1 down. And then Rich Rollins, a base hit back through the box into center field. We've got a man on now. We need somebody to run into one here. Tommie Harper. Could he be that guy? Gets some good wood on it. Sends it to left center field for out number 2. And McNertney strikes out swinging. 4 Ks for Edmondson. We're going to the bottom of the 4th. Bob Spence drove in the only run. 0-2 count. Comebacker to Pattin. Even when he gets the ground ball outs, he's getting the White Sox batters back on their heels. That was an 0-2 count. Here is George Orta, a 2-0 count. Ground ball to first. 2 down for Dick Kenworthy, and a base hit to center. 4th hit for the White Sox today. That will bring up Walt Williams, 215 hitter versus righties. Kenworthy on first. Ground ball in the hole at short. Kessinger making the play. Moving on to the 5th. Down a run. Deron Johnson up. Base hit into right. He goes oppo for the single. Kelly up. I feel like Kelly's got to get a hit. Nope, it's going to be a double play. That's the second double play today. 2 down for Kessinger. And a base hit for Kessinger. There we go. That feels like a win. Kessinger on first. Pattin up. I mean, we could go for a steal. Only 64%. What is Carreon's arm? He's at 80, so it's only league average. So despite Kessinger having decent speed, above average speed, it doesn't look good for him. We'll let Pattin take a cut. 3-1 count, and there's the first walk. That's so dumb. Which is dumber? A pitcher getting a hit or another pitcher walking the other pitcher? First and second. 2 down. Tommie Agee. 0-2 count. Yep. They walk the pitcher. They strike out our best hitter. To the bottom of the 5th inning, Carreon leading off. 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Made an error today and a base hit to center. Leadoff man is on here in the bottom of the 5th with the pitcher up. We're going to bring the corners in. Safe to assume he's going to bunt here. Carreon, the catcher, has terrible speed. A comebacker to Pattin. He's already made an error today. He goes to first for the sure out. That feels like a definite run. Ground ball. Oh, come on. I mean, we all knew it was going to happen, but that's the cheapest way. Ground ball. It gets past our best defender. Carreon does not score. I guess he had to hold there. We'll pull the infield in for Carlos May. Try to prevent that run from being scoring. That's all we can do to try. May popping it up in foul ground. There's out number 2. We have a chance to get out of it. It's Mack Jones. 3 for 9 against Pattin. Batting 182 versus righties. Ground ball, base hit. Come on, man. 2-0. What a load of crap. All right. Full count. And a walk. So this is where it all falls apart. Bases loaded. George Orta up. Batting 286 versus righties. 1-2 count. And a fly ball to right. Harper coming in on it, making the catch. They only get 1. We go to the top of the 6th. We're down 2 now. We've really got to get something going here. 2-2 count to Hegan. Another strikeout. I mean, this game was over in the first. Even though we did have a comeback yesterday, that was the anomaly. I guess if you sentence a man to death, he comes out pitching, throwing bullets. You're going to the bottom of the 6th. I'd like to get one more inning out of Marty Pattin here. It's the bottom of the lineup, and they're all righties. Kenworthy flipping it out to right. 1 down. Walt Williams. They're on it now. Like, he's not striking anybody out. 3rd time through the lineup. Oh, there we go. There's strikeout number 6. We go to the top of the 7th inning with McNertney leading off. Pilots only have 4 hits today. Popping out to first. 1 down. Here's Deron Johnson. Ground ball to short. All these ground balls to short, and, I mean, with a 62 rating, they're making every play. There's a walk to Kelly. That will bring up Kessinger, who has 1 of the 4 hits. And he flies out to center. Going to the bottom of the 7th. I guess we'll let Pattin throw to Edmondson. Let's see here. Ground ball to second. All right. So, Pattin coming out of the ball game. We're going to bring in a lefty. We're down 2 runs. We'll bring in Barber. I know he can't get anybody out. I know he walks 2 batters every inning. He doesn't strike anybody out anymore. See if we can't get him some work. Maybe make him more tradable. Pete Ward batting 143 versus lefties. There's a ground ball to second. Ben Kelly making the play. 2 down, and Carlos May popping it up on the infield. Good job. All right. So we'll take Barber out clearly for a pinch hitter. Pinch hitter in this situation, we need somebody who's going to get on base. Sutherland doesn't feel right. We're going to go to Don Bosch. He's got a .359 on-base percentage. Even though he doesn't get a lot of hits, maybe we can get a walk from him here. Bosch leading off top of the 8th inning. 1-2 count. Oh, he goes off Otako, deep center field. And it's gone. A pinch hit home run for Don Bosch. His first home run off a right-hander this year. Cuts the lead in half. It's 2-1. All right. Well, is that the one gimme run they're going to give us? Tommie Agee likes what he saw there. He goes deep to right center. Caught at the wall, though, by Walt Williams for out number 1. Mike Hegan flipping it to left. That's going to fall in for a hit. Good job by Hegan. Do we want to go for 2? We do, but we won't with Rich Rollins up. Yeah, you know, hit and run. Hit and run Rollins, that's what they call him. Oh, shit, biscuits. God bless it. How many, we have to look. We have to look here. Let's replace the pitcher. We still got a bunch of lefties coming up, so we'll bring in Ron Locke. And what is, Higgins must have been thrown out half a dozen times this year. Well, 5 times. I think all of those have been on missed hit and runs. So yeah, we're definitely not going to win the ball game because of that. That's the indicator for the game. All right, so Mack Jones, ground ball up the middle, 1 out. Bob Spence, 1-2 count, striking out on a pitch a mile out of the strike zone, and another K. Great job there. Ken Berry is going to come in and play left field. 97 defensive rating. We've got Harper, McNertney, and Johnson up. All of them capable of hitting a home run. None of them likely to. It's 120 pitches for Edmondson. Not tired yet. And a base hit up against the wall to right field. Harper holds at second. They didn't even give me the option. That is his 7th double. All right, well, we have a chance. The leadoff man is on. See if we can't get McNertney to hit it to the right side. Move him over, maybe for a sac fly. 1-0 count. Of course, the absolute worst place to hit it. Oh, but he advances anyway. That is gutsy and also stupid and would never happen. But maybe that's like the benefit of, in our favor, of having a defensive player rated 62. Now, Edmondson is officially tired. If we're going to take advantage of it, it's going to be right now with Deron Johnson up. We're asking for a sac fly. Infield in. Here we go. 2-2 count. Oh, that's going to get it done. Oh, no, we're going to tie it up. Tommie Harper tags and scores. It's all tied at 2. We might have some free baseball here. Wow, Van Kelly scorches it to right, and that'll do it. Okay, well, let's bring in a right-hander here. It is the 9th inning, so we'll bring in the closer. Mike Marshall. And he's got 14 saves. He's got 2 blueys. You can see he's pitching out of his mind right now. He definitely, I feel like, will be maybe our only all-star candidate for the all-star game coming up next month. I think it's right here in Comiskey Park. I cannot remember. Here's Dick Kenworthy leading off against Mike Marshall. Walks him. Oh, he strikes him out. That was a borderline pitch. As you can see right there, Comiskey Park fans not happy with that call. 1 down. Marshall this time lays it right down the middle as Williams pops it up to short. 2 quick outs for Marshall. Here is Carreon. Oh, they're going to walk it. Nope. Okay, well, I guess it's just, I don't know what's going on now. Maybe we've played enough games that all the statistics for the players have evened out. Now it's becoming a little bit more difficult to predict. So maybe I won't try to call the play anymore. But they are sending Paul Edmondson out for the 10th inning. That is so stupid. I can't even tell you. But we will try to take advantage of it. Here's Kessinger. Kessinger almost gets a second hit. Let's take a look at the in-game stats, by the way. Hegan 2 for 4. I don't know who the player of the game would be. Marshall, we're going to take him out. And I guess Diego Agee will be the next pitcher. We'll worry about that in a moment. Okay, we're going to bring in Danny Walt in here. He's got 2 home runs on the year. Both of them pinch hit home runs. Let's see if Walton can come through here for us today. We've already got 1 pinch hit home run. And a base hit to left. There we go. Danny Walton coming through. Now if we can get anything from Tommie Agee, 0 for 4 today with a strikeout. And a ground ball to second. That should be an easy double play. It is. All right. All right. So, yeah, Diego Agee coming in. We've only got Agee and Skippy. So, Agee can at least go multiple innings. As they're going to pinch hit as Gale Hopkins, pinch hitter. We've seen him before. I like this baseball card. I think it's a pretty good photo. Those 1970 cards were definitely a step up over these. All right, here we go. Gale Hopkins, he's a lefty batting .280 versus righties. 1-2 count, and that's the ball game. White Sox win 3-2 in 10. Sometimes it happens. We can accept that way of losing. As no trade offers, that's good. Take a look at the standings here. We are now tied with the White Sox at 5.5 back. Minnesota's 3.5 up. Oakland's 3.5 up on Minnesota. Baltimore up 6.5. They are going to eventually run away with that division. Take a look at the National League here. Pittsburgh on top in the East by 4.5. Houston 6 in a row now, up on Los Angeles by 4. San Diego holding at 16 wins. Headline news: nothing to report today. Transactions, nothing to report there. Okay, let's pull up the box score and get out of here. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and or subscribe to the channel. Player of the game is going to be Don Bosch. He had the pinch hit home run. Good job by him. That was his 6th on the year. Diego Agee takes the loss, throws 5 pitches, gives up the home run to the pinch hitter, Gale Hopkins. And Marty Pattin pitched well, did a good job keeping us in the ballgame. His own error cost us in a way. And Paul Edmondson, he's on a death clock, and he's 5-5. Going 10 innings, come on. I guess that wasn't uncommon for this era. It's just, I know it's the AI. I know it's not because the game thinks that's the right thing to do. Okay, that's going to do it. There is the baseball card video from yesterday. Take a look at that if you like. And all the other Time Travel Tuesday videos on the right. Until next time, everyone, have a great day.